Good morning. I am going to share with you concerning Mary and Martha, and I'm first reading from Luke 10, verse 38 to 42, where it says, as Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. I've been reading a little booklet called Mary and Martha, Balancing Life's Priorities by Alice Matthews. And I'm going to share with you a few thoughts, what she has written about Mary and Martha. And this is what she writes. The problem did not lie in the work Martha was doing. It was her attitude of fretting and worrying that created the bad situation. Jesus knew that Martha put too much stress on things that didn't matter. Martha's problem was one of balance, of holding life in the proper tension. Take a closer look at what Jesus said and did not say to this overburdened woman. First, Jesus did not rebuke her for making preparations for him and his disciples. If she, as the hostess in her home, had decided to skip any food preparation, her guests would have gone hungry. What was going on in that Bethany kitchen was important. Martha's problem was not that she was preparing food for her guests to eat. That was necessary, and in her role as hostess. It was her place to see that it was done, but she gave too much importance to it. Instead of settling for a simple supper, she tried to impress with an elaborate meal. Jesus, in essence, told her that one dish would have been enough. We also have responsibilities we carry out every day of our lives. We go to the office, we cook, we clean the house, we do the laundry. We do these things and we want to do them well. Dorothy Sayers reminds us that no crooked table legs came out of the carpenter's shop in Nazareth. God is not honoured by shoddy work or the neglect of our necessary duties in our life. But we must be sure that the necessary doesn't get out of proportion and distort our lives. We can easily confuse means and ends. Without thinking, we can turn what is a means of living for God into an end in itself. When we take something that is not too important and make it primary in our lives, what is otherwise harmless can become a stumbling block for us. One of the things Jesus saw that afternoon 2,000 years ago was that Martha was looking down on Mary and what she had chosen to do. Martha was trying to impose her value system, possibly a sparkling house and certainly a sumptuous meal, and she was trying to put that onto Mary. If bustling around was necessary for Martha, it must also be necessary for Mary. Note that Jesus did not tell Martha to do what Mary was doing. At the same time, he pointed out that Mary had chosen the good part. In saying this, Jesus made a little play on words. And it doesn't come through in English translations. In essence, he said, Martha, you are preparing many dishes for us to eat, but Mary has prepared the one dish you can't fix in your kitchen. While food was necessary, something much simpler would have been better, allowing Martha to continue sitting with Mary and learning from Christ. Martha's work must not be punished and counted as nothing. It's just that Martha's attitude needed correcting and her perspective needed changing. But Martha's work is good and necessary. The reality is that as followers of Jesus Christ, we need to cultivate both the Martha and the Mary in each of us. May the Lord bless you. Have a great day and learn to be a Martha and a Mary, and we learn to balance life's priorities. God bless you all.